Welcome back, Dino lovers. It's me. You may remember me from my previous videos about dinosaurs. And today, we're going to be doing some more dinosaur facts that you didn't know you needed to know. And I bet there'll be at least one fact in this video that you won't have heard before. So let's get into it. No. One, what does the word dinosaur mean? Now this is a question I get all the time on my videos. So I thought I would answer it here. The word dinosaur means different things. When we say dinosaur, we mean a specific group of animals, which includes Prehistoric, Stegosaurus, Velociraptor, Ankylosaurus, and over 700 other genera. However, the actual scientific name for this group of animals is Dinosauria. This was coined by Sir Richard Owen in 1842, and the name itself comes from two Greek words, dinos and sauros. Dinos means terrible or fearful, and sauros means lizard. So put together, this means terrible lizard. But this isn't what the name dinosaur means. The name dinosaur is used to describe any animal that belongs to the group Dinosauria. So this includes birds like the ostrich and the emu, but also extinct creatures like Triceratops and Spinosaurus. Essentially, if an animal is a reptile that has a hole in each side of its skull behind where the eye socket is, then it's a dinosaur. So yes, birds are dinosaurs. I don't make the rules. Number 2. Did dinosaurs live at the same time as humans? A lot of people get confused when it comes to the timeline of Earth's history. So let me help clear this up a little bit. Humans first appeared around 300,000 years ago. The last of the non-avian dinosaurs died out 66 million years ago. So to put it simply, no. Humans and non-avian dinosaurs never lived at the same time. The oldest human fossils are from Africa and date back to between 300,000 and 10,000 years ago. During this time, the only living relatives of the dinosaurs were birds. There was no Tyrannosaurus, no Triceratops, and no Ankylosaurus. Humans and dinosaurs would have had a lot more in common back in the Cretaceous period, because this is when birds began to resemble their modern counterparts. If a human was transported back to the Cretaceous period, they might mistake some birds for chickens and ostriches. These birds would have been very similar to our modern-day birds. But this wasn't the case for most of the dinosaur era. The earliest dinosaurs evolved during the Triassic period, about 230 million years ago. This was 40 million years before the first humans appeared. Throughout the Jurassic and Cretaceous periods, many groups of dinosaurs dominated the planet. Some examples include the sauropods, the ceratopsians, the theropods, and the ornithopods. During these times, the ancestors of birds were small proto-dinosaurs that resembled modern-day chickens. These birds were not capable of flight, but could glide between trees. Over time, these gliding abilities improved, and eventually, these flying reptiles became the ancestors of modern birds. So essentially, there was a time when humans and dinosaurs did share the world. But this was only towards the end of the Cretaceous period, when birds had evolved and non-avian dinosaurs had gone extinct. 3. Did dinosaurs have feathers? So we talked about birds in the last fact, but now let's talk about feathers specifically. Many of you may think that feathers evolved with birds, but this isn't quite true. The earliest evidence of feathers has been found on several theropod species. Theropods were a diverse group of mostly carnivorous dinosaurs that lived during the Mesozoic era. Some examples of famous theropods include Velociraptor, Tyrannosaurus, and Spinosaurus. All of these animals are related to one another and are part of the group Maniraptora. This group also includes birds, which is why birds are often called avian theropods. Now back to feathers. In 2007, a well-preserved specimen of Microraptor was discovered in China. This animal was covered in long pointed feathers, which looked similar to a modern peacock. Not only this, but it also had feathers on its legs, arms, and tail. Before this discovery, We thought that feathers only evolved for flight. However, after studying this animal, scientists think that feathers may have served another purpose. Feathers may have been used for display purposes, much like the feathers on a peacock are used to attract a mate. After this discovery, even more feathered dinosaur fossils have been found. It seems that many theropods had feathers, including some of the largest meat-eaters such as Tyrannosaurus rex. A relative of T-rex called Tarbosaurus bataar had feathers on its head, neck, and possibly down its back. This discovery really changed our understanding of dinosaurs, and it turns out they were much more complex than we thought. Number 4. Was dinosaur breath poisonous? In 2020, scientists made a breakthrough discovery which shocked the entire scientific community. They found evidence that some dinosaurs had venom. This discovery came as a complete surprise to everyone, and it changed everything we thought we knew about herbivorous dinosaurs. Scientists have long wondered whether or not dinosaurs had venom. We know that many reptiles today have venom, such as snakes and lizards. However, we had no idea if any herbivorous dinosaurs also had venom. While studying the skulls of various dinosaur species, scientists found holes near the eyes of certain species. These holes would have housed heat-sensing pits. These heat pits are similar to those seen in today's pit vipers, which are venomous snakes. Scientists believe that these pits would have helped locate the next meal. They would have also helped them strike their prey accurately. However, scientists weren't quite sure if this meant that the dinosaur also had venom. To test this theory, scientists injected mice with samples taken from the pits. Within hours, the mice had died. This proved that some dinosaurs were venomous, but this raised even more questions. Scientists wanted to find out which species had venom and which ones didn't. By comparing modern-day species with ancient fossils, they figured out which species had venom. Some of these species included Daspletosaurus, a relative of Tyrannosaurus, Allosaurus, a large carnivore that lived throughout the Jurassic period, and Ceratosaurus, another large carnivore that lived in the late Jurassic. These 3 animals were just a few of the many dinosaurs that had venom. However, scientists do have some good news for anyone who's afraid of venomous herbivores. Herbivores such as Maiasaura and Camptosaurus did not have venom. Their venom glands would have been inactive. This discovery was a huge step forward for scientists, and it taught us so much about the lives of dinosaurs. And that's it. Those are 4 dinosaur facts you didn't know you needed to know. Which fact surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments below. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.